the silent darkness before creation, before the first sunrise over the Nile, there was no sky, no earth, only the infinite waters of chaos. From this boundless void emerged one of the most profound symbols in human history, a serpent devouring its own tail. This is the Ouroboros, a symbol of eternity, self-creation, and cosmic unity. But while many associate the Ouroboros with Greek philosophy or alchemy, its earliest known visual representations come from ancient Egypt, embedded in funerary texts and royal tombs. In this video, we explore its true Egyptian meaning, its mythological roots, and its presence in sacred texts that sought to explain nothing less than the origin of existence itself.
What is the Ouroboros? The term Ouroboros comes from the Greek oura, or tail, and boros, eating, literally tail devourer. Yet the idea is far older than the word. In ancient Egypt, the symbol appears as a serpent forming a perfect circle, enclosing or protecting something sacred, often the sun god or the entire cosmos. Unlike later philosophical interpretations, the Egyptian Ouroboros is not merely abstract. It is deeply cosmological, representing the cycle of time, the boundaries of the universe, the eternal process of death and rebirth.
Cosmic meaning in Egyptian thought. To understand the Ouroboros in Egypt, we must begin with the concept of infinity and cyclical time. The Egyptians did not see time as linear, but as an endless cycle. Each day, the sun god Ra was born at dawn, traveled across the sky, died at sunset, and journeyed through the underworld at night, only to be reborn again. The Ouroboros represents this eternal return. It is also closely tied to the primordial chaos known as Noon, the infinite waters from which creation emerged. In this context, the serpent encircling itself becomes the boundary of existence, the limit of the known cosmos, a symbol of self-sustaining creation. As scholar Eric Hornung explains, the world is enclosed and protected by a serpent, marking the limits of creation and the return to the primeval state. The Ouroboros in ancient texts. The most important appearances of the Ouroboros come from funerary compositions of the New Kingdom. 1. The enigmatic book of the Netherworld. In the tomb of Tutankhamun, we find one of the earliest known depictions of the Ouroboros. Here, two serpents form complete cycles. One encloses the head of a divine figure, the other surrounds his feet. This mysterious figure is often interpreted as a unified form of Ra and Osiris, symbolizing the union of life and death. The accompanying text describes a being who exists in his own body, surrounded by his coils. This is a powerful image of self-containment and regeneration. 2. The Book of Gates. In the Book of Gates, the Ouroboros appears as a guardian of the sun god during his nightly journey. Here, the serpent represents protection from chaos, the cyclical passage through the underworld, the renewal of divine power. 3. The Book of the Earth. In the Book of the Earth, the Ouroboros becomes even more abstract. It encircles entire scenes of cosmic transformation, emphasizing the containment of divine energy, the eternal recurrence of creation. Egyptologist John Assman notes, the Ouroboros expresses the unity of beginning and end, enclosing the totality of the cosmos within itself.
Symbol of protection and regeneration. Beyond cosmology, the Ouroboros also had a protective function. In tombs, it acted as a magical boundary, preventing chaos from entering sacred space. The serpent's circular form creates a closed system where nothing escapes, nothing enters. This reflects a key Egyptian idea. Order must be maintained against chaos. The Ouroboros becomes a visual expression of Ma'at, cosmic balance and harmony. It also symbolizes rebirth, especially in funerary contexts. The deceased, like the sun, is enclosed within the cosmic cycle to be reborn eternally.
Historical development and legacy. Although the symbol originates in Egypt, it later appears in Greek and Hellenistic traditions. The earliest known written use of the word Ouroboros appears in the work of Horapollo and later chemical texts. However, these later interpretations often shift the meaning toward self-reflection, unity of opposites, philosophical eternity. Yet at its core, the Egyptian Ouroboros remains distinct. It is not merely philosophical, it is cosmic, mythological, and deeply tied to creation itself.
Conclusion. The Ouroboros is more than a serpent. It is the universe folded into itself. It is the sun that dies and is reborn, the cosmos that emerges from chaos, and the eternal cycle that governs all existence. In ancient Egypt, this symbol was not an abstract idea. It was a living truth, inscribed on tomb walls, carried through sacred texts, and woven into the very fabric of creation. A reminder that the end is never truly the end, but always the beginning of something new.